Shalom, shalom. This is Moth Maya Sharala Bonaparium. This is Moth from the Israel and the Ephraim. Before I get started, I'd like to give all praises and honors to my power Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Shalom to my Akimagwa from the Bayam that's tuning into this video. That is peace to the brothers, sisters, and children that may be tuning into this video. Shalom. After catching a little bit of the camp from, the beloved brothers Zakar and Sakala last night, the little part that I caught when he was talking about how, like, this wisdom is above all, right? And you should want to have this wisdom. You should keep this as an apple of your eye, right? That along with the beautiful lesson that the brother Sakala did probably a couple weeks ago, talking about how you would be addicted to learning. You got to keep this wisdom the apple of your eye. And now we do know we are in captivity, so sometimes it's hard to be there all the time. Like, it's hard for me to be there all the time because of work. But I understand it, and with the understanding, and it is a battle. You got to keep this as the apple of your eye. This will keep stability. When you feeling down, the best thing when I'm feeling down, the best thing I like to do is go watch a lesson, or maybe try to do a lesson. You know what I'm saying? Because that will lift up the spirit. But that's because you keeping the word as the apple of your eye. So we're gonna start into hopping these precepts, right? The book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 3. Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy. Keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. Now I know this is like in a precept that a lot of people probably hear, but it's true. You blessed is he that readeth, because one, again, like, this is barely a time. The precept says the truth will set you free, so you will be free from all these shackles of the shackles of the Western world and the world of the heathens. And also, you're not going to be caught off guard because you're reading. So being in this book and keeping this word as the forefront of your mind, it serves so many purposes, other than the fact that it's what we're called to do. You know what I'm saying? It's always for the betterment of you, right? The book of Proverbs, chapter 7, verse 2, and it reads, "Keep my commandments and live, and the law is the apple of thine eye." You see, keep the commandments and live. So keeping these commandments, staying in his word, you're really alive. You're really alive. Just like the precept I just paraphrased earlier, the truth shall set you free. You're really going to be free. You're going to be alive, right? The one precept says the people that wander away from the understanding, they're in the congregation of the dead. It's because they don't have this word, they don't have the truth. They're spiritually dead, right? So obviously, on the contrary, if you have this word, you're in the truth, you're going to be truly alive. It's the book of Psalms, chapter 1, verse 2. But his delight is in the law of Ha'adon Yahweh, and in the law doth he meditate day and night. So, when you are in his word, you should meditate on it day and night. If that's there's different ways to be meditating in the word day and night. From catching a brother's lesson, catching a brother's life, doing your own lessons, or reading it, reading the book. And if you don't have time for that, you just pondering and you're thinking about it as you're meditating on that word day and night. If something happened throughout your day, you'd be like, man, and you call back to that precept. You're meditating on it day and night. There's multiple different ways to do so, but it's also very important that you are doing that. You feel me? It's highly important. Book of Joshua, chapter 1, verse 8. And it reads, "This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth." So whenever you're moving throughout your day, you're dealing with situations, it's very important that you, again, like we just said, you have them callbacks, that you're thinking upon the word, you're thinking upon the truth, right? Because it's alive in you. So it should be always in your thought process, right? But thou shalt meditate therein day and night. Again, what we just read is double down on that. You should meditate on day and night. You should be on your mind all the time. You read, and if you can't read, watch a lesson, watch it live, right? That thou mayest observe to do all the according that is written therein. Again, see how it's according that is written therein. That's what we call back to what we read earlier. Is blessed is he that readeth. If you don't read, you're not going to know what's written in the book. That's why you're blessed, because you know what's going on. You're not getting caught off guard. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and thou shalt have good success. You being in this word will help you in so many ways, man. And it's the same now. We understand that the 2/3 are 2/3, and we gotta have it antagonist in the story. Now that's Esau and Edomites and the heathen, but even our 2/3 of our people. This is a shame because this really is something beautiful. No matter if you're going through something rough, you're just going. If you're having a down day, and like sometimes I'm having a down day, and we go push at the camp, and whatever was bothering me before, I don't even remember. Or if I think about what bothered me before, it doesn't matter. I just feel lighter. I feel good. I'm like, yeah, I feel all right. You know what I'm saying? So it's very important that you understand how important it is to stay in this word and keep this word near and dear to you. Not only that, it's just a beautiful thing. And understand how beautiful it is that you are able to do so. The book of Isaiah, 62nd chapter and the 7th verse. Give him no rest till he establish and until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. Don't give the Lord no rest. Stay on that word, right? If you're called to be a prophet, prophesy. Don't give the Lord no rest. It says the one priest is now time for the Lord to work. Give them no rest, right? Really keep this thing, keep that train going, man. Keep this as a forefront of your mind. The book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 16. How much better is it to get wisdom than gold, and to understand rather to be chosen than silver? Now, I'll put that precept in there because obviously, like even like I said, it's a lot of times, I can't be at camp sometimes because I gotta work. Now, although we are in the world, we are not a part of the world. We have to be, and we gotta use it but not abuse it. We gotta work. Some brothers have certain situations where they don't have to work, but 9 times out of 10, we gotta work, right? So we could eat. But other than that, although don't get like don't get lost in the sauce thinking that's what's important. Understand what's most important is his word and his wisdom and his truth. How much better is it to get wisdom than gold? That wisdom is true riches, heavenly riches. You know what I'm saying? So don't get lost in the sauce, and we understand that it is a battle. There's gonna be a continuous battle, a continuous fight, and a continuous uphill battle that brothers are gonna have to fight. Brothers and myself are gonna have to fight. But understand, this is what's most important of all. The book of Proverbs, chapter 4, verse 7. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom. With all that get understanding. So you see how beautiful and rich wisdom really is. But also remember on the other side that this is the principal thing. When people be like, man, what's the purpose of life? This right here. The purpose of life is to serve Yahweh while Yahweh Shah. To get that wisdom. To have that understanding. To be a righteous man or a righteous woman. How all the young bulls say, to carry it, to be righteous, to be, you feel me, upstanding. But you can't do that if you're not keeping his word as a forefront and the apple of your eye. The book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 6. For my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. That thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing that thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, I will also forget thy children. And I put that precept in there because you got to understand, that's why we have the 2/3. Because they're not reading, they're not keeping the apple of the eye, they are lost. Now granted, we do understand that the Lord has set it up this way, but the spirit of slumber on them, so it's supposed to be set up that way. But also understanding that it's either everyone's playing a part in this movie, hook or by crook. It's either you on the right hand side and you keep this this word apple in your eye, and you're fighting and you're pushing and you're persevering, or you're going to be like the people who are destroyed of a lack of knowledge because they don't consider, they don't care, and they're just inherently wicked. We don't want to do that. I don't wish that on nobody. Now I understand that's what it is and that's how it's going to be, but I don't wish that on nobody because ultimately their ending is a great demise. Right? The book of Isaiah, chapter 33. The wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and the strength of salvation, the fear of Yahweh is his treasure. And I feel like I put this precept in a lot of my lessons, but it's something that's so beautiful because it fits with everything. Because like I said earlier, there be times I be feeling down, bro. Sometimes, because this world is vexing. A lot of wicked ass shit going on. So it's vexing. I be feeling down, but then I hear a precept, I hear a lesson, or I go preach with the brothers, and I feel light. I feel good. I'm like, it's all right. We good. We almost out of here. We good. It's a beautiful thing. It really will keep you stable and able to help you keep your head on your shoulders and keep pushing. So why not keep the word of the apple in your eye? Why let yourself go through stuff like that when you have this word to keep you above the water? The book of Psalms, chapter 47, verse 6, sing praises to the power. Sing praises. Sing praises to our King. Sing praises. Understanding them singing praises, obviously, from preaching, for the brothers that are called to be prophets, your prayer. Are you keeping this word as an apple of your eye? You know, there's a precept that says with one person come back in the truth, they're throwing parties in the heavens. They're celebrating. So praise him. Keep this as the forefront of your mind, man. Keep this as the forefront of your mind. The book of Psalms, chapter 2, verse 12, kiss the Son, lest he be angry, and ye perish from the way. When your wrath is kindled but a little, blessed are they that put their trust in him. You are blessed if you put your trust in him because you keep this wisdom. Right? Kiss the Son, lest he be angry. Stay in his word. Keep this apple of the eye. That's how you do these things. That's how you praise the Lord, by prayer. For the brothers, again, that are called to be prophets, prophesying, right? Doing the right thing, right? Following the commandments through your best of your abilities. These are the things, how you praise the Son. Kiss the Son. That's how you do it. But it's very hard for you to do that if you're not keeping this the apple of your eye. I admonish your brothers, don't get sidetracked, man, because we are so close. We are so close. And although this world is so vexing because there is nothing but wickedness, do not lose don't lose the vision. Don't tunnel vision. We're so close. So close, Malakim. Wow, Akwath, we're so close. So keep pushing. Keep keeping this apple of the word, the apple of the eye. Keep yearning for wisdom. Keep yearning to learn. Keep bettering yourself. If you fall, get up, dust your shoulder off, and keep pushing and be a more of a righteous man that you was before. And keep praying. This lesson was edifying and exhorting and motivating to you, Akim Agwath and Bayam. Before we get off, you know we got to give all praises and honor to my power, Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, Bahashim Rokakadash. Shalom to them, Akim Agwath and the Bayam that's tuned to this video. That is peace to the brothers, sisters, and children that's tuned into this video. Shalom.